Hi everybody, it's Jack with Battlescale Collectica, and today I've got a video a little bit different today. Today I'm going to be highlighting my next kind of long-term project, which is a 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass. This originally started because 30 years ago, right out of high school, I had bought an 81 and then an 82 Cutlass Calais, and I put them together and built a pretty hot 81 Cutlass. Had a built 350, turbo 350 transmission, 373 posi. It was a 7.5, so it was a weaker one with a 2000 stall. And I worked on it for about 3 years, and eventually, and it was a fun car. I loved it. Eventually, I had to move to go to college, and of course, the car wasn't the most streetable car. It wouldn't have passed emissions. So reluctantly, when I was moving away, because I didn't have a place to hold it for 5 years, I sold it to a guy I knew, and he promptly totaled it out within 2 weeks. And over the years, I've always kind of regretted that I couldn't hold on to that car and put it somewhere so I could eventually get back to towing with it. Fast forward to Father's Day in 2025, and I had just, for some reason, had a dream about the car. I woke up and I'm like, well, maybe I should buy a Cutlass 442 or FX3 or whatever it is kit, Revell kit, and build a model of the car as I had built the real one. I decided to, instead of just building a model of the car, why don't I actually buy a car, a project car, and do a RestoMOD frame off restore? And within about a week or two after that, I located this car. My original one was an 81, exact same body style. This one was an 86. This car was about 20 minutes from me, so I went, looked at it, bought it, and trailered it home. And it sat with a car cover for basically the last year, as I've been in the process of building this new shop to actually be able to work on the car. So I'm not quite done with the garage. We have finished the concrete work. I still need to do the electrical and insulate it. So the shop is far from completed. Actually, I need to seal the concrete before I do too much. But I wanted to show you an overview of this car and what condition it's in and what it looks like right now, basically, as I've ripped out the full interior. The car is solid, except for this floor pan, and I believe it's because the heater core leaked, which is common in these cars. I think it's a combination of leaking heater core, and also the previous owner was storing this outside, or one of the previous owners. This hasn't been on the road in a while. And when I ripped all the carpet out, I knew the floorboards had holes in them when I purchased it. I got underneath and looked at everything. What I think happened is because they had taken off all the handles and locks and the rear opera windows, they couldn't really shut up the car outside. And so they had the windows rolled down so you could get in. Sorry if it's shaky cam right now, to open it. And after probably a season or two of sitting outside, water collected in the seats and the carpet and pretty much did the rest of the work that leaking heater core started. So this whole pan is going to get cut out and removed, probably up until around the rear seats. That's all pretty solid back there. But obviously the pan for the passenger and driver's side is pretty bad. So the first project, once I rip out this dashboard and steering column, because that's all coming out, and eventually I'm going to sell it because I'm not using any of the interior other than some of the panels. So the plan is, first thing is, after I'm finished unsealing my concrete in here, I'm going to move it over to where the Camaro is And I'm actually going to rip out everything and start cutting and pulling the floor pan out and get all that straightened up and welded back in before removing the body from the frame, because I want it to be as structurally sound as possible while I'm gutting that pan and welding a new one in. So now let's look at the rest of the car. The trunk is solid. The rear quarters are all solid. Typically in the Midwest especially, this is where they really rust out, but the frame is good, the quarters are good, the doors are good, the door skins are good, and the front quarter is good. Sorry, I don't mean to shaky cam. I've already purchased another front end clip. I've got some ideas on doing some custom fenders and fiberglass work on here, so that's the hope. You can see where a previous owner took out all the air conditioning and the heating and put a plate. I'm contemplating what I'm going to do with that, but in any case, all this is going to get ripped out. Wiring harness, the brakes, the current power steering system, all is coming out. So the plan is once the body is off and put on a body dolly, I'm going to work on the frame, getting that sandblasted down, repainted, and then redoing the suspension, the rear, everything. New rear end, probably an 8.5-inch GM Posi or a Ford 8.8. Not really sure. So I think the previous owners, what they wanted to do was repaint this. This is all just cheap etched primer over silver and then use it as a drag car. But they never got that far. So that's my plan. So I've spent the last year building this shop so I can actually start tearing this car down. So this will be a project that'll take a while, and I'll give video updates on it. So if you haven't, please like and subscribe, follow along on my YouTube channel, my Rumble channel, and my X account. Until then, I'll see you in the forums.